anton@gmail.com. We authenticate, we have our information here. We then go and change the user, authenticate, and yeah, with a little bit of delay, but still we see an updated value, which is saved here. Everything works super fine. Hi, what's up everyone? My name is Anthony and welcome to the part 2 of mobile application development using Vue.js, Ionic and Firebase. And today we're gonna create an authentication using Firebase, because Firebase from Google is a fabulous stuff that supports not only the databasing, but also an authentication. So let's get into it. First of all, let's create another root. We go to our root.ts file, and so far we have just like kind of one. Let's create another one. For that purpose, we just create another object. Let's say it's gonna be auth, name auth, and we will have a component. And now let's go and create a new component, new file auth view, let's say is gonna be. Yes, add files, and we create some template, which will be very, very primitive. Let's see what our Ion, we need Ion page here. We need the Ion content, obviously, same way as we have it in the home page. And here, let's say that we want to have Ion card, which will have Ion input one and Ion input another. And let's copy, actually, just not to waste time, let's copy here and put it here. And we're gonna have one which will be email, another one, sorry, password. And let's go and create scripting. We say script setup, and let's import, first of all, we will need ref from Vue. Let's say that const user credentials will be ref, and it will have an email, and it will have a password, for now empty value. Let's bind it here. We say user credentials email for that guy, user credentials password for this one, password. Let's check how it, and of course, yes, we will need the Ion button. Let's also copy the button to save time. And on click, it will authenticate. We'll have a function. Const authenticate will be some function that will do something. And also, I assume we will need register, which will also be a function for registering a new user. Let's have another input here, which will be confirm password. And we create actually another one, confirm password here, which will be empty as well. And we put it here. And here we will say if is registering, which we also gonna create here, will be ref false by default. And we will have a button also, kind of. Let's see, the Ionic view has a button, components, button, but there was kind of a clear. Yeah, let's say that it's gonna be like this. So we're gonna have Ionic button, login, register here, which on click will switch between click our is registering will equals to not is registering. Yes, let's now see what, no, we can't see, of course. We now need to have something kind of a login. So let's say we're gonna have Ion header here, which will have Ion toolbar. I just want to see, to make sure if we have those components. Header, yes, we do have, and toolbar, no, we don't have. So let's create it. Ion toolbar, and let's use it. Ion toolbar, and it's gonna be Ion toolbar. Perfect. And let's say that we're gonna have a button here, Ion button, which will be, actually it's gonna be an icon button. Here we might have this kind of buttons. The third one, let's copy it from here and put it here. And icon will be, we will need to import our icon, import profile, I think, no, user. Okay, let's do it this way. They do have an icons, icons, and they have a link to icons. And let's say we find the user, yes, and it will be person outline, person outline from Ionic, and we go to the very top. And yeah, let's see what we achieved so far. Yep, it is, we have it. It looks kind of ugly, but whatever. And on the click, I want to click go to auth, let's say. Let's go and create the function, which will just do the routing. For that purpose, we will need to have import use, in the brackets, use route there, actually, const router, use router. And here we just say router push, and we're gonna go to name auth, kind of like that. Now let's see, refresh, remove everything. Yeah, we auth index. Yeah, we didn't import auth view, of course, from here. And let's see how it's gonna behave. Refresh again, and we are on the auth. Yeah, looks just perfectly fine. Just one thing that we will need to have, the class Ion padding. Yeah, and let's just now make sure that if we type email and password, everything works fine. Confirmation password also, and if we click that button, we no longer see the confirmation password. We like kind of log in, log out. Yeah, super cool. No validation, nothing, just the logic. So now it's time to create the authentication. So go to the console Firebase, we find our perfect, awesome coin keeper. And then in all products, I want to use authentication. Authenticate and manage users from setup sign-in method. So we, apart from really a lot of stuff that they have here, we just for now want to use the traditional email and password. So we enable and save, and yeah, everything is saved. They have a pretty awesome documentation, which we will use. Drop-in solution, email and password based authentication. Yeah, we're gonna use this guy here. And let's just do what they want us to do. Add Firebase to your JavaScript project. We already have it. If you haven't yet connected app to Firebase project, okay, we did it. Enable password, yes, we did it. On the sign-in method tab, enable the, yeah, we did it. Create a password-based account. To create a new user account with a password, complete the following steps, blah, blah, blah. Create a new account by passing a new user email address and password to create email. Okay. Let's go and do the following. I would also want to create a new file called auth.ts for our store management. And let's just do the following just to minimize time. We paste everything here and we remove everything from here. Do it this way, and in the state we're gonna have is logged in. False, and it's gonna be the auth store, use auth store. We are not gonna use any of this. We are not gonna use, we pretty much will use it. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, let's copy that thing from here. And let's have our action created. Actions. And we will have action. What is it actually? Is it registration, register? We will have the user here. We copy the code and it's gonna be user email, user password here. Then we do something, blah, 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 blah. Okay. User implicitly. Okay, whatever, any, okay, perfect. Now, on the authentication view, I want to import use auth store. Here we're gonna say auth store will be use auth store, and on the registration I want to call auth store register and pass my user credentials into here. Yes, and this is it. No validation as being said, and let's see if the new account was created. The user is signed in automatically. Have a look at the next step section below to get the sign in. Right, now let's just give it a really quick test and see how it's gonna go. I want to Firebase. I want to also check get started, CoinKeeper, and where is my authentication? Yeah, no users for now. Let's see. So I refresh. Okay, it doesn't like something. Auth.ts. Right. So we go here, yeah, perfect. So let's say test.com, 123, 123. And let's see what's gonna happen. Is something happening? No, because we don't have a button. Our register should go. Let's do the following. We're gonna say that if is registering value, then we do the auth register, else we just log something for now. Yeah, let's see. And yeah, kind of like test 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Let's clear everything and open the network. Authenticate. Okay, something has been done, but network preview, we have some error. Admin only operation. Problem is that we did it wrongly. Value here. Let's refresh. This, and we go here, and now let's see if our user has been created. Yes, we have a user. If I want to log in, sign in user, I want to use kind of this thing. So let's create in our auth another action which will be log in. And we will also have a user here, and we will have user email and user password. And I want sign in with email and password to be used from Firebase. And this is pretty much it. Now on the auth view, I want to call auth store login, and I will pass the same thing here. And if it is logged in, I want to, let's do this way, async, await here and await here. And then I will want to router. Do we have router? Let's import router. Import use router, const router use router, and we will push to the name home. The name is home. Perfect. Let's go and check this out. So we have that guy with test. Let's copy. Perfect. We have been authenticated. Yes, and we also need to, this is logged in, true, and same thing we need to have here. I don't know why do we need this, but let's have it here. Actually, good thing. I want, after the authentication, I want that user to be pushed to our database. So because basically in our database we have users, and I want to push my new user into here. So let's go and search for we don't need authentication, we need Cloud Firestore, set add and manage data, add data, a document. Yeah, okay, we need set and doc. I want to import set doc from, and when I'm registering, I want to use that function here. I want to say users. Okay, what is the I need doc also. Yeah, I'm sorry. Set doc and doc. Use the database that I previously imported. We will have users. Now the last thing we will need to do is to take that user credential user thing that we receive after creating a user and put it into here with ending. And as of data, we pretty much don't need any data. Let's, however, see how it works. So we're gonna refresh. I want to also, where's my authentication? Let's delete that account. Let's refresh, go to auth and say Anton, gmail.com. Let's create. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's actually a good thing. So we tried to log in, but we got an error, which is fine. So now let's try and register. Yes, we did. We have created, but something most likely went wrong. Let's try and see if we did something. We've got the user created here. Now let's go to Firebase data store, and cool thing is that we have that user created here. Now, in order to make our application recognize our newly created user, we will need to do a couple of adjustments, let's say. So first of all, let's go to our Firebase.js file and import get auth from Firebase. And here, let's say that const auth equals get auth, and we will pass our app object into it, and we will return it apart from our database. Now, the kind of a major part is in our routing, that I want, when the route is being changed from authentication route to home, I want to check if the user exists and either go back to authentication if we, for example, not authenticated, to prevent basically accessing the home page without logging in. But also it will let us retrieve the current user from database. So first of all, let's create a meta and let's say required auth, which is true here. Let's go and create function which will be called get current user. Which will return a new promise with resolve and reject. Here we're gonna say const remove listener. Here we will need onAuth state changed from Firebase Auth. onAuth state changed, and also we will need import auth from Firebase, and we are passing auth here, and here will be, we're gonna check for user, remove our listener, sorry, with this, and say that we resolve with user. You don't need to write this next, or observer is just automatically created by my ID, or we're gonna reject. And now router before each to from next, it's supposed to be in the brackets. And here, if our to, meaning that where we're going to go, matched some record, let's say it, and record meta is, what was it? Required auth. If our current user, if we have that current user, then we just go next. Else we go to make this function sync. Else we go to next name auth, and at the very next we go just further. Now a little bit, let's review. So okay, we're pushing to home, we are creating, we're setting the document, and now here I want to also use auth from the Firebase auth, and I want to replace that static ID with auth current user UID. Let's go and test these things. So first of all, what do we have here? We have just one user, the static one, which we're not interested in. So let's go and create tonygmail.com. And let's go to network and see what we've got. Authenticate. Okay, we have created it here. We have our user created, which is empty. Now let's add some rent, $2,000, and submit. Now we go and check. See what, add new record. These records push, then of course we need to we need to have that auth current user with populated here as well. Let's refresh. Add funds, rent, 2K, submit, go check. Yes, we do have. Now, if I want to create a new one, let's say it's gonna be John, authenticate and refresh. yeah, we need to kind of break the state, meaning then when we are authenticating, meaning that actually when we're fetching the data, records, I need to clear the records. Okay, then let's say when we are registering, I want to, yes, let's import user store. Let's say const user store equals user store. Whatever, store. And I want to say that when we are authenticating, I want to use the store to, okay, let's just edit. Let's create clear data. It's not very beautiful decision, but these records equals empty. Not very clear decision, but not to waste time. And here I want to say clear data. gym.com. I've logged in. I want to add some rent here. Submit as Tony. Yeah, whatever. Authenticate. Yeah, we do have an empty. So now let's do one check. I've removed every single account from here and from database as well. And I want to create, let's create Anton gmail.com. Yeah. Now I want to add funds. 2000, edit. Let's go and check. First of all, yes, I do have my account created. I have it here. Sorry, here. And now I want to go and create another account, Anton2. Let's say authenticate and add funds, rent to 6,000. Submit. Now let's see. We have two accounts, two users in database. What if I want to make sure it works? So I want to use Anton gmail.com and I want to log in instead of register. Let's see how it will behave. It does behave, but it is working wrong. So let's check what we have. We have a register and we have a login. So we can basically just fetch the proper data we need. Let's go to auth.ts. Let's import user store. And on the login here, let's say const store user store. Let's make it async. And I want to await store. What was it? Fetch data from DB. That's it. Yeah, I made the wrong function. And of course, I want to await store clear data. Anton gmail.com. We authenticate. We have our information here. We then go and change the user, authenticate, and yeah, with a little bit of delay, but still we see an updated value, which is saved here. Everything works super fine. And that was it. A little bit complicated, might be, but still it is what it is. Proper database with the real authentication. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Give a like, subscribe, and see you in the next videos. Cheers. Bye-bye.